She wasn't crazy, she was just too intense for the world. Susanna Kaysen, the protagonist of Girl Interrupted, was admitted with a diagnosis of borderline personality disorder. But what this film screams, astrologically speaking, goes much deeper. Fear of abandonment, identity crisis, and a fragmented soul. Have you ever felt like you were teetering on the edge between sanity and falling apart? Between loving too much and wanting to disappear? This video is for you. Get ready, we're about to open Susanna's symbolic birth chart and understand how astrology can help you find yourself too. Because maybe you're just living under the shadow of a misunderstood Scorpio moon. And if you want to dive deep into your own chart, make a note. ancestralstar138yahoo.com. Borderline isn't just drama. It's raw, vivid, pain unfiltered. It's feeling everything all at once, and then nothing. Astrologically, it's the cry of a wounded moon, often found in water signs like Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. Susanna embodies the classic fear of being swallowed by life. Her pain is ancestral-rooted in a deep emotional disconnection. She says, ambiguity. The world is split into black and white. That's a textbook effect of emotional splitting, what Melanie Klein would call a psychic defense, and astrologers recognize as a Moon-Pluto opposition. Emotion becomes a weapon. Love turns into poison. The sense of self dissolves. Want to understand someone with borderline personality? Look at their past. The fourth house in the birth chart reveals our roots, childhood, and emotional wounds. Susanna doesn't receive real attention from her parents. They see her as too much. This lack of emotional validation triggers an internal collapse. A moon in hard aspect with Saturn or Uranus points to coldness or instability in the family. She doesn't know if she's normal or wrong. She just feels the void. That's where the unraveling begins. Those with a tense moon in the fourth house may carry an emotional black hole inside and end up seeking love in destructive places. That's where borderline is born. Lisa, played by Angelina Jolie, is more than a supporting character. She is the living projection of Susanna's shadow. Lisa embodies what Susanna is afraid to admit: chaos, freedom, cruelty. She's Lilith incarnate, the rejected, wild, and destructive woman. When two borderline souls meet, an emotional hell is born. Astrologically, Lisa could represent Pluto in exact aspect with Venus or Mercury. She seduces, manipulates, and destroys with razor-sharp words. Susanna is both drawn to and terrified of Lisa because she sees herself in her. This is a duel between the tame self and the primal self, and that's when the internal crisis explodes. Let's get straight to the point. Susanna has all the traits of a Scorpio moon: emotional control, attachment to pain, unconscious seduction, but also fear of abandonment, self-destructive behavior, and a deep need to dive into the soul. A Scorpio moon doesn't do superficial. It wants to go to the depths even if it drowns in the process. That's why Susanna cuts herself. It's not just physical pain, it's a desperate attempt to feel something real. Scorpio moon wants all-consuming intensity or nothing at all. This sign wasn't born to live on the surface, but it must learn to transmute, or it will explode. Neptune is the planet of dreams and illusions. When in hard aspect to the moon or the ascendant, it brings identity confusion. Susanna doesn't know if she's good or bad, sick or sane. She drifts between realities, between what others see and what she feels inside. A poorly aspected Neptune is the symbol of emotional dissociation. That's why she writes, doodles, isolates herself. She's trying to piece together a puzzle with parts that don't fit, and the result is emptiness. Neptune demands surrender, but also discernment. Without it, borderline gets lost. Healing doesn't come from the outside, it comes from facing the inner truth. Susanna begins to write and to truly listen to herself. This reflects Mercury in aspect with the moon or Chiron. When words heal, when naming the pain becomes salvation. She confronts Lisa, she faces her mother. She realizes the world isn't what's broken. It's her perception that needs to be rebuilt. Borderline begins to heal when one stops running from their own abyss. That's where true emotional alchemy is born. That's where the inner Pluto finds redemption, and the soul finally begins to breathe. Astrology isn't here to tell you who you are. It's here to shed light on where you were wounded, where you became fragmented. When we understand our birth chart, pain stops being a hidden monster. It becomes a portal for transformation. The Moon, Pluto, Neptune, Lilith. All the points that symbolize emotional chaos can be worked through. You are not a label. You are an astrological story in motion. And if you want to discover yours, deeply and truly, I'm here for you. Email me at ancestralstar138@gmail.com. Let's look into your soul together with courage. If this video touched you, it's because you feel deeply too. You are not alone. Maybe you're just in the middle of a crossing, and your birth chart can be the guide through this emotional maze. I invite you to discover where your Moon, your Pluto, your Lilith are, because the more you understand yourself, the less you hurt yourself. Shall we take this journey together? For chart readings, email ancestralstar138@gmail.com. You deserve to truly know yourself. What you feel matters, and it has a place in your chart, and I want to help you find it. In the end, Susanna returns home, but not the same as before. She returns with more clarity, more strength, not because she was cured, but because she began to listen to herself. That is the true path of borderline, and of astrology too, listening to your soul even when it screams. Chaos is only the beginning of rebuilding, and the birth chart is the mirror that can guide you. Thank you for watching. If this resonated with you, like, share, and comment. And remember, your shadow deserves light too. Maybe I was crazy, maybe I was just waking up. Susanna, and maybe you're at that point too. Between pain and awakening, between despair and self-awareness. This is the moment that can change everything. Astrology doesn't label you, it reveals you. And borderline, before it's a diagnosis, is a deep call to reinvent yourself. You are more than what they told you. And if you're ready to look at your soul with honesty, I'm here for you. ancestralstar138@gmail.com. You deserve to find yourself, and I can guide you. Thank you for being here. See you in the next episode of Astroflix.